Alrighty, hello everybody. What is up, my friends? Welcome to today's first of two major gameplay streams. I indeed am Dark Side Phil. Alright. So, how's everyone doing? How you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. It is Wednesday, May 22nd, 2019. What's up, what's up? How are you? I am doing pretty good. I'm still getting over the stupid cold. Still got a few symptoms, bothering me. But outside of that, I'm looking forward to a great streaming day today, guys. Let's talk a little bit. First of all, today we're continuing on with Team Sonic Racing, which I played yesterday as my main gameplay stream, and quite frankly, I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was a great game. At least, its initial helping that I got of it. I thought it was good controls. Interesting variety of tracks, great graphics and music, and a story mode that takes you through all of this stuff with upgrades and everything, so it seemed pretty good to me, okay? And so we'll be continuing on with more of that today. If you're not aware, I am in Chapter 4 right now of 7. That's right, there's 7 story chapters in the story. Holy shit. So we'll see how far I can get today. I don't know if I'll actually beat the story today or not. I guess it depends on how tough the final stages are. But we'll see. Alright, we shall see. But yeah, eventually, yes, I'll be checking out other modes as well. The story mode is the main meat of the game, supposedly, but there is also online play, obviously. And yes, eventually I'll be giving that a shot. Okay? So, we're going to continue on with this today. Later tonight, it's Black Ops 4 Blackout Battle Royal, my weekly Battle Royal stream, where I interact with you guys quite a bit. It's mostly about the interactions rather than the gameplay, although the gameplay can sometimes be pretty interesting. Alright, so that should be pretty fun later tonight on the late stream. Now, tomorrow, I will be off from streaming. It's my day off for the week, where I'll be spending time with my wife. The one day a week I get to spend time with my wife. And I'll be back on Friday. Friday is going to be quite the eventful day, because I'm going to attempt to finish up 2 ongoing playthroughs. First, on the first gameplay stream, I'm going to try to wrap up Days Gone, which, if I'm to understand it, I'm very close to the end. But people are saying, depending on how well I do on the final missions, it could take upwards of 3 or more hours for me to beat the game, or if I do well, I could beat it in like an hour and a half. So we'll see how this goes on Friday, okay? Then I'm going to finish up Rage 2, which again, people are saying there's 2 major story missions left in the game for me to do. But I'm in the middle of clearing out a couple bases to do an arc. So we'll see how that goes, but my goal is by the end of Friday to try to have finished both games off, alright? So if I finish up Days Gone early on the first stream, I'll probably switch over to Rage 2 and start playing that. And then the second stream will be Rage 2 in the conclusion. So we'll see if I can finish up both games on Friday. Alright. Pretty good, right? Saturday, I will be probably continuing on with Team Sonic Racing. Switch back to Team Sonic Racing for a major stream. And if I haven't beat the story mode by then, I will. And then I'll probably do online play and any other modes that are in the game available to me. Okay. Then Saturday night, I will return to chill streaming with the return of MLB The Show 19 for a chill late night stream. That should be fun. Sunday, I'm going to be doing a major Mortal Kombat 11 stream. And I know that's something I haven't kind of done in a while. And it's going to go back to how it was when I was doing the major streams, where I'm going to pick a new character, take them into training mode, character tutorials, the arcade ladder, and then taking them online and seeing how I could do with online gameplay with them. Alright, who will it be? I don't know yet. I have a few candidates I'm thinking of, namely like Kotal Khan or Jax, or maybe Sonya. So we'll see. I'll think about it, and then by Sunday I'll make my decision. Sunday night will probably be the continuation of Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. We'll have another 2-hour session of Case 3 on Sunday night, okay? Then, on Monday, ladies and gentlemen, as long as everything goes according to plan, I think on Monday I'm going to begin my playthrough of A Plague Tale. Yes, people have been asking me to play this for 2 weeks. And I think it makes sense for me to start it up this week and balance a Plague Tale with the other stuff that I'm doing, okay? So this coming week, the final week of May, will be a balance between a Plague Tale, Mortal Kombat, Team Sonic Racing, chill stuff at night, and it's going to be Ask the King, all right? The next episode of Ask the King, which is my bi-monthly Q&A show, okay? So just throwing this out there, since it is about a week away, please head over to the kingofhate.com forums. There's a thread there already for you to post up your questions for Ask the King next week. Please do so. The more questions I get, the better the show is, all right? So please consider submitting questions for the show. What day that week will Ask the King be? I haven't decided yet. It's either going to be Wednesday or Friday, one or the other. It can't be Thursday because Thursday will be my day off next week as well. So I have to decide between the two. More than likely, I'll just make it the last day of the month. It probably makes more sense. I don't know. I'll think about it, all right? We got a week to think about it, yeah, that's kind of the schedule for the next week. I hope you guys are excited for that. Keep in mind, we got a lot of fun stuff right around the corner. We've got a new retrospective marathon that I'm planning on doing in the first week of June. We've also got E3 right around the corner, not even 3 weeks away. So that'll be fun to cover all the stuff that they talk about at E3. Typically, new games are released around E3, and or we get a ton of information on release dates for games for the rest of the year, okay? Lee Grader says, where do we submit stuff for the Retro Marathon? I haven't done it yet. I haven't had time. I have to put up a thread on my forums on thekingofhate.com where you guys can submit your suggestions. My apologies. I just haven't had a chance to do it. Maybe tonight. Kat is actually has to work tonight, so maybe I'll have a little bit of extra time between the streams or maybe after my late stream to post something up over there. I'll let you guys know when it's live over on Twitter. I'll post it up so you guys are aware, okay? Alrighty then. Alright, so I got a question for everyone. I don't know if anyone can answer this for me. As you know, I'm not exactly the most educated man when it comes to memes. However, there's been a meme that people have been using in my chat for over a month now. It's this meme where you basically say, a very chill blank did something, alright? And then you say, either very good shit, brother, or like terrible shit, or very bad shit, brother, or something like that. Alright? What is this meme? I need to know what this meme is from, because everyone does it, and I don't understand it at all. Not to say that it's a bad meme at all. It's not. It seems to be a very generic meme. You could insert anything. A very chill DSP, raged at a racing game. Very good shit, brother. You see, something like that. But where did this come from? Where the hell did this meme come from? Where did it originate from? Okay. I got so many answers this morning. So this morning I was told it was from Tolomeo. Then I was told it was from Jim Sterling. Then I was told it was from Fortnite. And I was like, I'm pretty sure it's not from everything. No one seems to know. No one seems to know where this meme came from, where it actually originated from. Colonel with the Corn says, Tolomeo said, a rat gave me a hand job. Very fucking good shit, brother. What the hell? Some people are saying Kozatov had originated it. I'm sure he didn't create it. If anything, maybe he was the first person to post it up in this chat. That doesn't mean that he originated it. Alright. Well, since no one seems to know, I guess I'll just shrug and say, oh well. Anyway, I don't mind it. It seems to be it seems to be funny. People seem to like it. So go for it. I give you my blessing. Okay. Anyway. Alright, so let's move on. You guys know the schedule now. Let's move on to the gratuitous plugs segment, shall we? As usual. And then we will get to shoutouts, and then we'll get started with Team Sonic Racing. Fair enough? Alright. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for 10 years or more of support and of, for allowing me to do what I love as a hobby and a passion as my job, which I've done since 2011. It's been highs and lows, let me tell you. being a full-time YouTuber for quite some time and adapting to the times, doing direct capture, then live streaming, and eventually adapting in 2017 to become a full-time live streamer because YouTube's ad revenue, the bottom fell out of the business model because they lost most of their major advertisers due to automation and laziness. And that being said, I just want to say thank you guys so much for the last 2 years where I changed myself to be a more interactive content creator, and you guys have made it a really fun and entertaining and supportive experience. That being said, understand that the reason that I'm still here is through the crowdfunding support and contributions on my stream. That's the only reason. The ad revenue on YouTube is abysmally bad to the point where it doesn't pay anything anymore for me. And I depend on you guys every single day. Your contributions keep the stuff going, So if you like my daily live streams here on Twitch, and if you like the long form archive videos that I post up on DSPGaming on YouTube every single day, and you want to see all of this continue, please contribute in one of the many methods that I'm about to suggest. One thing I will say up front, contributions are greatly appreciated, but not mandatory, all right? However, they are required for me to keep going. So it's really awesome to those of you who do contribute. Here are the major methods you can. The first is Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil, where your monthly pledges earn you personal perks as a way to say thank you. One of those perks is to get your questions answered on my Ask the King show every other month, which will take place next week. So just throwing that out there. There's many other perks as well. Give it a look. And thanks to anyone who pledges to my Patreon, and thanks to those who already do. I have a Teespring merchandise store where I sell all kinds of DSP and DSP gaming themed merchandise. All right, t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, mugs, etc. Anything you buy helps me out, and you get a cool collectible. Check it out at teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. Thanks to anyone who bought anything recently, because a few people actually did in the last week, 2 weeks. Okay? If you're here live on the stream, and the reason I say that is because some people actually watch the pre-streams on demand on YouTube, but if you're actually live here during today's stream, and you contribute via any of the three methods, cheering, subbing, or tipping, I will give you a live shout-out during the stream. All right? It's a way for me to give back, a way to celebrate a contribution, and to be interactive with all of you. All right? Now, understand that what I say and do on my stream is subjective. I have to control it to be within the terms of Twitch's terms of service, but also to try to keep a chill and fun vibe, no drama, no insults, that kind of stuff. All right? But thank you to anyone who does contribute, and, I will give you credit if at all I deem that I can. If it's something that I think is going to derail the stream or whatever, then I won't, all right? But in general, most people get it, just using some common sense. And as you can see, we have a stream stats leaderboard at the top of the screen where I will update periodically for the people who are the current top cheerer or top tipper of the stream, for you to get some extra recognition. In addition to that, there's actually a cheering leaderboard that's built and integrated into the Twitch chat. If you can see it above your streams right now, you're above your stream chats. And that gives credit to those who cheer, the top 10 cheerers of the week, all right? So we've got lots of opportunities for you to get recognition for your contributions. There's also an integrated leaderboard that's one of my extensions that's below the stream. That shows things like top cheerer of the week, top cheerer of the month, top cheerer of all time, all right? So lots of opportunities to get recognized. If you are looking to contribute today in any of the methods that I mentioned, all right, the best way you can help me right now in the short term is by tipping me. Without beating around the bush, the bottom line is, behind the scenes of stuff going on right now, things are very financially tight and bad for me. A few factors, are part of that. I'm not going to get into them, quite frankly, because number one, they're not going to help anything to tell you about them, and number two, I don't want to bother you with my personal problems, all right? But behind the scenes, things ain't so great, and I need your help right now and your support financially. If you tip me, all right, I get those funds right away. That allows me to put them to either bills or to buy games. Right now in the next week, I'm going to buy a Plague Tale, like I told you guys. Plus, coming up in the next couple of weeks, I know things are going to be crazy financially tight for me to be able to pay all my bills. So anything you tip me goes towards these efforts, all right? The tips go to my bank account right away to pay bills, which is why that's the preferred method of contribution. So please, consider tipping me. There's two ways that you can tip me. Below the stream, there's a tips jar button you can click on, or you can just type !tip into the stream chat. That will bring up a link that you can click on to go to my PayPal tips page. A couple things about tipping. Number one, you can either give your name and a message if you would like a live shout out during the stream, or you could be anonymous. Some people are afraid if they contribute, trolls will try to track them down and harass them, and I completely agree with you that, if that is a legit concern, instead of leaving your actual name, just do a different name, or you could be completely anonymous, just say anonymous, okay? Number two, you do not need a PayPal account to tip me. This is a misconception. You can use a debit or credit card. It says right there on the PayPal tips page. So, FYI, it's not as difficult as some people make it out to be, all right? So, please consider tipping me if at all you can. It helps tremendously, and right now in the short term, it's going to get me through a tough time, all right? But I am appreciative of any contribution. Subbing, cheering, all this stuff is great and positive. So, thanks to anyone who contributes in any way. It all helps. All right? All right. Now, let's get to the shout-out segment of the stream where I basically give shout-outs to those who've contributed. We start off with some people who contributed overnight. In particular, we had someone, well, first of all, Infinite55 did a 100-bit cheer. So thank you very much, Infinite, for the overnight cheer. Middle-class liberal softy tipped me $3 and says, hey, Phil, have you heard of a new sci-fi horror game called Observation? Very Dead Space-esque, with an interesting twist. It's available on PS4 and costs £20. Well, actually, I take it back. I think it's €20. No, I think it's £20. No, sadly, I didn't hear about this game. I don't know. Is it out now? I hate to say it. It seems to me, all right, it does seem to me that a lot of the survival horror style games that are coming out these days are more indie titles. They're not mainstream publicized titles anymore. I don't know what it is because, gaming goes through phases. And it seems like every once in a while there's a phase where, survival horror is huge. So we'll release Resident Evil and a Silent Hill game and Dead Space and this and that. There'll be like a ton of survival horror games. And then all of a sudden there's a drought. Okay? And it seems to me in the last few years, outside of a few exceptions here and there, there's been a huge drought in the horror genre of gaming. Now, I enjoy the horror genre, as silly as it can be, and as over the top as it can be. I like cheesy jump scares. I like to play these games and share those live experiences with all of you. A lot of people have actually said to me that my horror playthroughs are some of the best I do because I really don't get scared. I more laugh at it. And, a lot of people are afraid of horror movies and they get too worked up about games and stuff when it comes to the horror genre. They're like, wow, I can actually experience horror games when you play them because you make them fun for a common audience versus being, me being terrified trying to play the games myself. All right. So, I really like the horror genre. The problem is, it seems like I said, the last few years, the only survival horror games coming out are these indie games that I don't hear about until basically they're old and there's no hype for them anymore. So, this game, Observation, I've not heard of it. This is the first I've ever heard of it. No one's asked me to play it until you just tipped me here, middle class liberal softy. Yeah, I don't know how long it is. I don't know if it's interesting. You know what I mean? Like, I would consider playing it if people said, wow, Phil, yeah, didn't you hear? It's actually a really good game and we'd love to see you do it. But it seems like these games all go under the radar. Like the other day, someone told me about there was a game called The Forest that came out last year that also was creepy and scary and I should have played it. Never heard of it. You see what I mean? Like, it seems like all these games that come out are kind of like just like under the radar. So, if you guys are interested in seeing me play these survival horror games, please, by all means, contact me and let me know. Please give me information on them. So, if anyone's interested in seeing me play Observation, I mean, I would give it a shot. I would probably say in June, because this last week of May, we're going to be wrapping up all these playthroughs. So maybe in June, there's not that much going on. That's something that I could play during June. But please, by all means, let me know. Okay? I completely agree, Eternal Napalm. He says, I'm glad you got to play Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem. That was one of my more original playthroughs of last year. A game that a classic, apparently, a horror classic people talk about, but I never played, and I experienced it for the first time. I was like, wow, this is pretty good. That was a fun one. Okay. So, Golden Colts did a few cheers overnight. Thank you, Golden Colts. As well as Tantamouter did a 100-bit cheer. Now we move on to people who actually contributed during today's stream. We start off with Lightside Bill, who tipped me $1. He says, I'd just like to say I love the pre-streams. I love your interactions. Don't know if you know, but today's the release of Atelier Lulua for PS4. I'd like to donate the game to be the chill game for night streams. What do you think? Well, I actually looked this game up. Because this is not the first time that someone suggested this game. Okay? Atelier Lulua. Or whatever the heck it's called. Okay? Apparently, this has been a series of games for a decade. Alright? And what it focuses on mainly is turn-based combat and crafting. Apparently the problem is it's basically a time killer franchise where like there's a ton of time wasting and grinding. Okay? And it was funny because I read there was an article someone wrote that this new game just came out. They're like, yeah, it takes like the lifetime of a small child to complete one of these games. I was like, what? So yeah, apparently this series very much is made to be a grind. But it's meant to be like, think of it this way. It's meant to be like a mobile game where you're not actually paying so much active attention to it. It's more of a time waster game you do either to fill dead time or to do other stuff while you're doing it. You know what I mean? So I looked into this game. First of all, if you can believe it, it's $60. $60 fucking dollars for a time killer grinding game. And I was like, holy shit, that's fucking expensive, man. Quite honestly, I don't know if people would want to see me play this style of game. Like, whenever I play JRPGs, people get bored. So I can't imagine playing this game and getting any kind of a significant audience or following. If anything, what I would say is maybe what it would be is a game where it's a time waster, and you're right, I interact with the audience. But I would want to know if people are actually interested in seeing me do this. I would say do not donate it to me until we get more information, because I don't want you spending $60 on a game maybe I'll touch once and be like, wow, this is like super fucking boring. And then I never play it again. Okay? So there you go. Thank you for the tip, Lightside Bill. Alright, I received an anonymous $5 tip. And this person says, did you hear they're making yet another Terminator movie? What happened to the originality of Hollywood? The originality of Hollywood's been dead for quite a long time, man. Like, just think of it. We're remaking Ghostbusters. We're remaking, you know, this superhero or this thing for the 100th time. I'm still waiting to hear the next reboot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I know we're currently in one. Like, there's one going on right now. I can't. Where's the next one? They should do a reboot during a reboot. That would be the penultimate recycled garbage of Hollywood, where we are so bereft of any kind of like original ideas or thoughts. We're actually remaking a remake during another remake. Two different Terminator movies at once. That would be great. Why not? All right. So yeah, I mean that's Hollywood. Dude, that's Hollywood today. No originality. Everyone just copies the same formulas. I mean, how many crappy horror movies come out these days? Truth or Dare, Ouija, Unfriended. Oh, you unfriended me on Facebook. Now you're going to die. Whoa. What the fuck, man? Terrible shit. Absolutely terrible stuff. But anyway, I see your point. Yeah, you know, pretty crap. Pretty crap. Real Talk Mommy cheered. He says, I saw another streamer say there was a bounty on Twitch to play any game as long as you have a Mountain Dew logo on it. Are you interested in picking that up, or is it too late? I've told you guys a million times. I'll say it again. I am not eligible for any of the bounties on Twitch. I was blacklisted from the bounties program because trolls harassed the shit out of the two people who I participated in the program with, and they basically said, well, this is stupid. We don't want, you know, other companies to be harassed by these asshole trolls, so I got blacklisted. I am not eligible for any bounties. I've said this about 5 million fucking times. All right? Everyone else is eligible except for me because the trolls harassed the fuck out of the two companies that I did sponsor streams for. Okay? So, please understand, when you bring this stuff up, all you're doing is wasting time. You might as well talk into a toilet bowl, because that's about the use that it is. You know, I wish that I could have the same opportunities as everyone else. I've done absolutely nothing wrong. The two sponsored streams that I did were very positive, but these trolls go and harass people whenever they hear about this. The thing is, I have to disclose when a stream is a sponsored stream, because that's legal. For legal reasons, you have to do that. And as soon as I do that, the trolls immediately go to the social media of these companies and harass the fuck out of them. And basically then the companies complain to Twitch and say, well, we don't want that. So then I got blacklisted. Okay? So there you go. An anonymous gifter gifted a sub to I used to play Zarya. Congrats. Infinite55 gifted a sub to Moeezy. Congrats. Infinite then gifted a sub to Prince Vegeta's hairline. Congrats. An anonymous gifter gifted a sub to Diving Headbutt. Congrats. Infinite gifted a sub to Kane Z7. Congrats. Egg Gangster cheered. He says, a very chill King Cause created a meme. Very good unbanning shit, brother. Oh, he's not getting unbanned. Trust me. Real Talk Monmi gifted a sub to Be the iPad. Congrats. Eternal Napalm did a 100-bit cheer. This is the biggest cheer so far of today. So let's get Eternal Napalm up on the leaderboard here. Shit. Alright, and he says, loved yesterday's Team Sonic Racing. Seems like a great racing game, and the team aspect is cool. Pretty awesome tracks, too. I agree. I think that the team aspect is a pretty original. Even though overall, does it add too much to the game? Not really, but it's something at least a little bit different than other racing games. The tracks have been pretty good. The music's been good. Like, I've liked a lot of things about the game. So, looking forward to more today. Thank you very much, Infinite, for the cheer. Or, excuse me. Thank you very much, Eternal Napalm, for the cheer. I said Infinite because Infinite contributed more, which I'm about to shout out. Infinite55 gifted a sub to Boing Boom Shop. Congrats to Boing Boom Shop. Thank you, Infinite. Infinite gifted a sub to Shopping Curve 88. Again, thank you, Infinite, and congrats, Shopping Curve. Eternal Napalm cheered again and said, the big game rumor is that George R.R. Martin... let's try this again. The big game rumor is that George R.R. Martin, author of A Song of Ice and Fire, is teaming up with From Software for a massive open-world RPG said to involve Vikings and takes place during a 100-year civil war. Have horseback riding is supposedly a spiritual successor to Dark Souls. All right. Well, there you go. Interesting. I just can't wait to hear George R.R. Martin's involvement in something else that prevents him from actually writing the fucking Game of Thrones books. Because he really needs something else to distract him. But anyway, great. Maybe we'll get more information at E3. That would be awesome if we do. I think everyone wants something out of From Software now that Sekiro is out. And I'll be honest, I think it's like the huge From Software fanboys will never say anything negative about From Software. But there was a large group of people who were disappointed with Sekiro and what it was. So I think people are looking for something else from Software right now. So this could be a good first step in the right direction if it is a new franchise, okay? All right. Infinite55 gifted a sub to Kovorus. Congrats, Kovorus. And again, thank you, Infinite, for the support today. Murai Must Die did 100-bit cheer. Says, do you have any plans to finish up Nier Automata? Not really. I mean, at this point, it's been, what, 3 years or something like that? I honestly don't even remember. I think it was, no, I take it back. It was 2 years. It was 2017. I remember I was doing the interactive streams during Nier Automata. I don't really think there's much demand for it. Honestly, there wasn't that much demand for it when it was a new game either. Once I played through it once, a lot of people were bored with it. You know, I don't really see it. I don't foresee myself going back and playing it again. I'm just saying, okay? Egg Gangster Cheers says, who do you think has more trolls, you or Ninja? Undoubtedly, Ninja probably has more trolls. Sadly, I'm not Ninja. And that's the problem here is I don't have ginormous exposure. I don't have a positive reach. And because of that, I'm not immune to trolls. I'm at a level where just a couple hundred people, all right, can actively ruin something for me. Like I said, with these Twitch bounties, it was just a couple hundred people, a couple hundred trolls who spammed the living shit out of the 2 game developers for whom I did these sponsored streams for. And because of that, sadly, I'm out of the program. And it's nothing I did wrong, it's them. It's 100% on them. And I have no defense against it. I'm too small potatoes of a guy to say, oh, well, look, I did a sponsored stream of your game and it got, you know, thousands and thousands of views and tons of exposure for your game. That's never going to happen, you know. So because of that, You know, a couple hundred people being negative can actually ruin things for me. And it's happened with other sponsored things as well. You know, sponsorship opportunities with products. And it's happened with, you know, these sponsored streams. Okay? So, it sucks. It's life, but it sucks. That's just a reality. So, yes, Ninja undoubtedly has way more people who don't like him. But at the same time, the few hundred people who do stupid shit about, to me, affects me in a way more negative way than it would ever affect him. To him, it's like a drop in an ocean, right? So, Italian Crow has tipped me $1. Says, "Buongiorno, figlio, un bravissimo fratello di merda." Well, thank you very much, Italian Crow, for that nice message. I appreciate that. Buongiorno to you as well. And, hopefully you're having a good day and you're here to enjoy some Team Sonic Racing. Okay? Alright. Alright, guys. Thank you very much. So far, great, good, positive, supportive stream. What I would like to do before we begin is give a shout out to the top cheerers of the week so far. So far, we're only about a day and a half into the new week. Alright, but actually, I take that back. We're 2 days into the new week. So let's give some credit. Okay? Alright, so thank you to the top 10 cheerers of the week so far. In 10th place, we've got Fallen 1570. 9th place is Mikey GTR. 8th place, Judicious Echoes. 7th place, Egg Gangster. And he's actually tied with Infinite. So it's really a tie for 6th place, not 7th place. Golden Colts is in 5th. Marco Polo in 4th. Mr. Papavera is 3rd. Code Castile is 2nd. And Justin Bryant YouTube, or YT, is in 1st place this week. Very nice. Also, what I would like to do is check on sub count because we just got a bunch of subs. We're at 530 subs. Very nice. So I told you guys we fluctuate. We fluctuate up and down. I think the lowest that I've had in the last year was like 375. And the highest that I had was like maybe like 575. Now keep in mind, at one point we had over 1,000, but that was when we had the insane amount of gifted subs back in December from Emerald 7. So legit kind of subs. You know, we've had high 500s. It fluctuates up and down, up and down. But I'm very pleased that we hit the monthly goal and we can do that retrospective event next month. That's going to be fun. Okay? All right. So, let's go ahead and I guess we'll end the pre-stream. I got to blow my nose quickly. And then we're going to jump right into Team Sonic Racing. Again, continuing on with the story. Actually, I've got over 40 upgrades to buy because I have like tons of the in-game currency now. So we're going to buy a shitload of upgrades, apply them to the cars, and then we're going to go right back into the story. Like I said, we're in Chapter 4. The game has 7 story chapters. So we're only about halfway through it. It may be the whole stream, maybe the story today. Okay, we'll see. Okay, guys, thank you very much. And let's end the pre-stream. Again, just a quick reminder, the best way to be supportive today is to tip me. Tipping me helps me more than anything else. So please consider tipping me today. Outside of that, let's get started, all right? Thanks, and I'll be back in just a moment.